was really, 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 really good. What's really good with me is the Philadelphia Eagles won the game. How we won, we're gonna talk about, but we did win. I saw a lot better from the team as a whole, but bad play calling will get you. I saw a guy that's been much maligned in the Kobe Dean make a big play. Not the only one of the game, but definitely a big play. What I think was the most exciting for me was just winning, right? I mean, there's so much that we're going to talk about within the game and how things went. But for the game itself, we won. And that's what we want. We got a matchup coming up against a team that we're kind of familiar with. And I want to remind everybody one of my favorite all-time clips about the Cowboys. But I'll get my co-host for the evening on, and then we'll go over that. Also, we didn't hit the midseason. So we're just going to dig a little bit into any thoughts that we have on the team going into the midseason, things we like to see from the team, all that good stuff. Some of the stuff we talked about, but some things need to be re-talked about when they don't change. So that's what we're going to do. So let me go ahead and get my co-host for the evening up in the building. First, we got the Diva. Diva, what up? We can't hear you, Diva. You on mute. There you go.
Just ready to talk about it and getting some details. We did have a good game, but we also had some things that didn't look right
at the same time. Yeah. All right, and then we got Key in the building again, 2 weeks in a row, y'all. He done graced us.
See, I found the light. It don't look so blue now.
Key wild, man. Key wild.
That's true.
But yo, two things we gotta do, right? We got an intro. But before we do the intro, every game that we play the Cowboys in my life, this will be played, just as a reminder.
Here we go right now. We got a kicker with a pick.
The Indianapolis Colts have traded the 49th pick to the Philadelphia Eagles. To announce the Philadelphia Eagles selection, please welcome, from the University of Louisville, kicker David Akers.
What's up, Dallas?
Kicker's trolling the Cowboys.
Last year. I like standing up here before you as an undrafted free agent, representing that shield for 15 years. Tonight, I'm representing the Philadelphia Eagles, NFC East champs, divisional champs, NFC champs, and world champs. The world champs. Hey, Dallas, the last time you were in the Super Bowl, these draft picks weren't born. Tonight, we are welcomed into the Eagles
Look at Doug
family
Peterson.
with the 49th pick in the 2018 draft. The NFL would like to represent the Philadelphia Eagles, Dallas Goedert. He is the tight end from South Dakota State. Go Birds!
Go Birds.
Yes, Green Acres, my man.
And nothing gets my juices flowing quite like that. But something that does come real close, it's time to get it.
The kick is away, and the kick it's good! And the Eagles win!
It's hard to come to South Philadelphia and leave here with the win. You just don't come to Philadelphia and leave here with the win.
Eagles fans everywhere, this is for you. Let the celebration begin.
All right, y'all. That was weird. We come back and ain't even in the same place. We can fix that. The thing is, man, I'm really excited because the Eagles done won 4 games in a row. I got Key on one side. I got Diva above me on the other side. And y'all know these ladies of the Eagles nation, they don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like the guys, we sometimes we'll say a lot, but these women, they do not care. They gonna say whatever. We got a double dose of that tonight, and I'm gonna let them loose. So we'll start out what we always start. Ladies, any news, notes, anything you want to go ahead and throw out there to the people real quick.
Well, I know we released what was it, Albert O. So hopefully Goddard will be back. And maybe a move for something else. I know we were trying to shop a few people, but I don't think nobody wanted Bryce Huff or No Place Slay or Vontae Maddox. So
or your favorite Ballberry.
Yeah, nobody want that either. They all trash.
Keep forgetting he on the team.
Child, he might as well not even be on the team because he's gonna be on that bench for the rest of the season. They just waiting for that cap space. But I think they said that Bryce would have been a dead cap space. So you know Howie about the numbers and that money.
Howie ain't about to. Yeah, he ain't about to do that.
Nah, bro.
Yeah, he ain't about to do that. That's not.
We'll go ahead and keep that trash for now. We'll figure out a way.
So the Eagles held a walkthrough today, not a full practice, but a walkthrough.
Mm-hmm.
But Goddard would have been a full participant if we had held a practice.
And AJ.
Well, AJ.
Yeah, I guess she was right. Me and Cool was on the phone. It was like, what happened to AJ? And then
I have to tell you, I didn't know when he got hurt. I just know his knee was hurt. Y'all looking at me like I was crazy.
Me and Cool was like, what? When this happened?
Right. I mean, I'm like, I ain't saying she's wrong because, you know what I'm saying? She might be right, but they ain't saying nothing about it. And I was like, where? You know, but hey, he was right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was right.
Believe in Key.
You know, I was going to question my soberness. It's okay.
Sorry, our bad. Yeah. No, it's all love, Key. It's all love.
Yeah, we were just like, maybe she, you know what I'm saying, had little spirits or something, and maybe, never know.
Yeah, Cool tried to get reasonable doubt. He was like, well, maybe she was talking about Fred. And I'm like, nah, she wasn't talking about Fred. She was talking about AJ.
Yeah, but hey, you know how it go. All love, Key, all love. You know you my guy. All love. Devontae Smith with a hamstring, Nolan Smith with a groin, Ben Van Summer with a concussion would not have participated had it been a practice. I don't even know how Ben Van Summer got a concussion because I don't even remember seeing my guy in the game. But apparently somehow.
Yeah.
No, he's the backup linebacker.
Sometimes he's the fullback position. Sometimes
we'll throw him as the fullback.
Yeah, maybe that's how he got hurt then. Okay.
Special
because we get in the red zone, I'm not gonna front. A lot of times when we get in the red zone, we be running the ball like a run play. I be getting so hype, I don't even pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Because every time I feel like we got a dude that can take it to the house. Like we in 305. So I be hyped. So, you know, that's that. I ain't gonna front. That definitely does be happening. Of course, big news, Eagles didn't make any moves before the deadline. But I will say this. All of your contending teams or teams that believe they have a shot to contend, the only one that really made a move was the Lions, and that was to replace Aiden Hutchinson, right? A guy that went down that's done for a long time, if not all season. So I feel like a lot of the contenders just understand, like, yeah, we could possibly go out and maybe get a piece to make us a little bit better, right? But you look at the main things that the contenders did. Kansas City when they got DeAndre Hopkins, right? Not a bad move. Didn't even know it was available, but he wouldn't want to come be a number 3 and number 4 pass catcher with the Eagles or many of the other really good teams anyway. right? Kansas City had some injuries, so they had that opening. Again, injury. That's going to be an important word when we're talking about teams who, when you're going through and you're looking at all the teams that made moves, the better teams that made moves, injury. The only exception to that, which is a team that we right now don't consider a really good team, that's the Jets. I think Mike Williams is a sneaky good pickup. But again, I think they're a very good team. So there's that.
Well, I mean, they went and got Devontae Adams, so they ain't need nobody else.
Facts.
Right. Yeah.
Plus, Pittsburgh needed a receiver.
Yeah. So them getting rid of Mike Williams actually made sense. In Pittsburgh, I mean, he's probably going to be a lot better on Pittsburgh just because of the need there and the opportunity. And you don't have a quarterback that hates you as much as you did the coach. So, yeah.
Yeah, anybody get along with Russell Bizzle.
Yeah, anybody get on with Russell. What is it now? Steelers Nation. Let's ride.
Yeah.
Oh, Russell. But yeah, so not a lot on the news front from there. It's sometimes good to not make the move, right? I mean, I'm sure you had interesting people. There's a couple people that got released, so maybe we'll go grab one of those guys. But sometimes it's good not to make the move. Sometimes it makes sense to just hold back, see what you got, and make it work. And it's been doing pretty well the last 4 weeks. So maybe hitting the stride, maybe not so concerned with going to bring in another piece to add to the puzzle. But we'll see how that plays out, because it could be great or it could be howdy. What were you doing? We'll find out. And that's how is the reason why you sometimes can come to the kickout afterwards and get a plate, and sometimes you can't because you don't know.
We'll have it wrapped up in some foil for you.
Right.
But what we do know is don't even set foot in the neighborhood to cook out of it.
Yeah,
not set foot in the neighborhood.
We'll have somebody Uber to you, DoorDash to you.
Nick,
that's when you give it to the relative. You going that way? Can you drop this off?
Yeah.
Nick, you don't even get a plate. You get nothing.
Nick, you can't. You're not even invited. You get no invite.
You get nothing. Ain't nobody sending you a plate. Nothing. Unless it's got some
nobody acknowledging you
or some Pepto Bismol in that bad boy. That's the only thing you get. But y'all know how I be feeling about Nick. But yeah. So that was that. We did our Eagles updates. Not a lot on the update front so far. You know, the thing is we do the show on Wednesday, then we'll get some stuff happen on Thursday, Friday, because it happens every week. But as of now, not too much really happening. All right, so ladies, elite performance of the for week 9.
I'm picking Nakobe Dean.
Go ahead, Nakobe Dean. Okay.
Nakobe Dean. Stay the game.
Damn,
that we probably would have lost.
Well, since Steve stole my answer,
man, I'll be on this part.
You know what? Elite performance. I'm sure I could go to Saquon, but I'm not going to do the obvious. We're going to do Mr. Jahan Dotson. Finally came into play with that. That grab was nice. That play was needed. AJ went down. We didn't have, Smitty was out there. We need somebody to throw the ball to. Finally, he caught one. That was a nice catch. So I'm going to go with Mr. Dotson this week.
Okay. There's always a lot of ways you can go. But I think I do got to go with Saquon. I'm sorry. I know it's an obvious one. My man did a reverse jump over somebody, bro. That's impressive. There's this, there's that, it's cool. And then there's that's crazy.
I mean,
and I feel like Saquon's move, that's crazy.
Backwards hurdle.
You did a reverse hurdle over a cat.
Did you see everybody's reaction? Reed Blankenship had the Macaulay Culkin face.
Like everybody did.
Jordan Davis just was like,
what Lane Johnson said?
Yeah.
Lane Johnson was like, he told Jalen Hurts, bro, he different, just like you. He different.
Jalen couldn't do nothing but laugh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's two different dudes, like the athleticism and the power And then Saquon was like, I ain't even really like planning it. It just happened. You so nice with it that you just do stuff like that without even thinking about it. I got to give you player we ain't nobody else gonna do it. Saquon. There's a lot of great
never did that with Giants.
too.
I don't think he ever thought he was going to do it, but he do practice it in practice though.
Yeah, but just the thing is to just pull it out in a game like that though. That's just fantabulous. But he does practice it. But hey, I got to give you props for that. You know, I'm not gonna give you props for that. All right, y'all. So Key, your weakest link.
Goofball, tight pants. What other name we got for him? Dummy,
Sirianni.
Silly. Nicholas Sirianni is the weakest link in this game.
Diva, who you got?
Howie. Because Howie he allowed this foolishness to continue for a whole nother season. Howie, my weakest link of the game.
I have them both as my weakest links. I completely agree with both of you. Because, like Diva said, Howie's the reason why he still got his job. But Key makes a great point. Sirianni almost cost us that game. He is the epitome of just taking a gun and just shooting at your feet all game and see what happens. Always shooting.
I almost pulled this out, y'all. I almost did it, but I didn't.
Had Key about to pull out the liquor, everything.
That mug is the epitome of Russian roulette. When you think the trigger you ain't gonna pull the trigger and it's gonna blow, that's Sirianni. And it blows, that's him. And you blow your brains out, that's him.
And the thing that make you mad about it is it's not even necessary. Like I get the first one. Like I said, I get the first one where you went for it because you like, all right, we got it on like the 1 yard line. And really, we got that. I feel like they just didn't give it to us. Mm-hmm. So I get that. But after that doesn't work out, that's when you're like, all right, they tripping. Let's go ahead and just be more traditional. Let's just get the extra points. Then we had the 4th and 3. I really kind of put that 4th and 3 though on Jalen because if you're gonna run that play on 4th and 3, you got to hand it to Saquon. Saquon giving you 3 yards to carry. Like you got to hand it to Saquon. The defense even thought he had the ball, and then you throw it, and if it's incomplete, you know it's a wrap. But Saquon can get you 3 yards on that play. That's you just got to put in his gut and let him go and do that. So I put that on him.
Jalen could have got them 3 yards, even if he won't get.
You know how Jalen do though. He be running sometime, and then sometime he act like he can't run, and you know how he be doing. But you got to put that ball in Saquon's gut and let him get them yards. That's what you have to do in those situations, and Jalen didn't do that. So I hold him responsible for the execution, but I hold Sirianni responsible for even calling a 4th down play because that's a field goal. Like you take the points. When you're playing against other NFL teams, it's cute to go for it every once in a while. But sometimes you got to take the points. And we didn't take the points.
And that last one, what was in field goal range? Mm-hmm. And you still decide to go for it? Like
4th and inches, you want to throw on 4th and inches.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Jake Elliott eating snacks all game. And then you want to finally bring him in to kick his 57-yarder and he missed.
And his leg cold. Like his leg was just bone cold.
Again, all of this is due to Nikki Tight Pants Sirianni. We're going to combine them. Nikki Tight Pants Sirianni. That's the reason. So I'm going to need you, Nicholas, if they're going to have you involved in play calling at all, I'm going to need you to actually act like you got some sense. Man. I would prefer that you weren't involved at all, but clearly you are, and we can tell when you are because it's when the dumbest plays are called. It's very clear to everybody.
Kellen was cooking. Vic is finally cooking. Let the man cook.
And then he gonna say that when he go for it, he puts it on the players to basically complete it. Like that don't even make sense. Like it don't even make sense. You shouldn't even put them in that predicament.
They asked this.
If I'm Jalen Hurts, I'm not even going on the field. Nope. I'm going. You can get Jake out here. I'm not doing this. Taking points.
The doofiest part of they asked this doofus that he regretted, and he said, "No, I would do it again." I'm like, that's why you're just stupid. Like for real. Like not even just silly no more. It's stupid. You won't even you would rather bear down on that than just acknowledge like, yeah, we probably should have just took the points. You won't even acknowledge that. You just gotta, no, we did the right thing. You did not. You did the wrong thing. You're dumb. You make dumb decisions. You're a doofus. We don't need that in our lives. We're trying to win. We're trying to do things. If we happen to just win the games in the regular season, cool. But if we're trying to make any type of run in the playoffs, we're trying to get back to the Super Bowl, the coach can't do that to you.
You know, it's funny. The cameraman be telling on Nick because every time Nick call a play, the cameraman go right on over there. Nick be like, "This who calling y'all's plays right here."
Stupid play. There you go. They even know. Yeah, man. It's just definitely the weakest link on the team, man. Every week. I mean, we've had several people get on this week and talk about how the Eagles are probably the most talented team on paper in the league with the worst coach.
We got all the potential in the world. Nick gonna be our downfall. He gonna kill us.
I say all the time, we have a top 5 team with a bottom 5 coach.
Bottom of the barrel coach. You hear me?
Well, some fans of a couple other teams feel the same way. And there's one coach that I think the Jets at least feels worse because he ain't even got no job no more. And Robert Saleh.
Oh yeah, he did. He went over there with the Lions. I think
he with Green Bay.
Green Bay,
He's doing something with Green Bay.
Head coach. What I'm saying is head coach.
But you, it's Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers got old boy fired, McCartney fired. So I mean, what do you expect?
Look, I'll take Robert over Nicky tight pants
all
day.
All day. But hey, you know, it is what it is. So y'all, we're gonna take a quick break, slide back in, and we're gonna talk about that dub that we got, and we're gonna dig a little bit more into the tomfoolery of one Nicholas Tight Pants Sirianni and how he be killing the team with that nonsensical foolhardiness that he does. Let's go.
Poppy J.
You got the option to cry for the government. You got the option to protest. You got the option to keep buying. But this is also an option.
Wise El Jefe.
We're the first tech geeks. We're the first gamers. We're the first everything. Everything. Like Gen X's, we are the ones.
BS3 Network proudly presents the crew from the New York boroughs who never wants that smoke. Nah, they want that fire. Poppy J and Wise El Jefe. Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure. Cool McCain.
You thought you wanted Gunther against Chad Gable, but you didn't. And I'm going to tell you why. Chad Gable would take everything that Gunther's done and bury it.
The Playmaker.
It was on site. AJ Styles walked out there, seen LA Knight. Oh, okay. And then LA Knight hopped out the car. Let's go.
Break down everything in TNA, AEW, and all of the WWE programming. Join these two kings, monarchs of wrestling, live every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Central on the Play Caller Sports Talk YouTube channel. Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
All right, good people. So, y'all know what it is. And we just going to whip it like this. Diva, we're going to start with you. Talk to us on what you what you saw in this game, what you feel about this game, then Key, and then I'll close it up.
I mean, what I saw from the game, it was a good game. Jalen had another really good game. He was getting the ball out. I mean, there was a few times where he was holding on to it a little too long than he should have been. But I mean, other than that, it was a really good game as far as the offense went. Of course, Saquon Barkley had another big running game. And it was just the overall real game. I mean, Devontae Smith had that big touchdown catch, of course. Yeah, I like what I saw. The defense, I like what I saw a little bit. I mean, they had some times where they wasn't tackling like they were supposed to be. They was letting head and shoulders. It wasn't as much pressure on head and shoulders at first as I would like. But we started to get pressure on him. He did throw an interception. Thanks to Sidney Brown. They also caused a fumble. But it was the defense played really well. I mean, they had some times where they didn't tackle like they were supposed to. But they ended up getting it together. I mean, the only thing that really hurt us, I mean, we came out scoring for the first time all season, actually scoring in the first quarter. You know what I'm saying? And then actually scoring twice after that and being up 22 points for Nick to sit there and do the dumbest I've ever seen in my life. Like 3 points. You would have been up a touchdown and 3 points if you would have took the field goal. So we probably would have been almost in the 30s if we would have took the 2 field goals, the 3 field goals. Now we did get cheated because Jalen did get in. Now everybody saw that he was in. The second push pushed him in. So we got cheated off of that. But yeah, other than that, like it was a good game. If Nick can just stop interacting with the offense and calling plays, like we would be good. I'm not understanding why they're still allowing him to even call 4th down plays. Like, don't let him be involved in the play calling, period, and watch how much better we could be as a team if you don't even have him involved at all. If he was just doing what he did in 2022 and being the cheerleader on the sideline, like we would probably be where we were then. But no. But other than that, I mean, it was a pretty good game. Keith?
I like what I seen. We played the game all 4 quarters, except the defense was a suspect at times. Shout out to the special teams, Keith Kelly Ringo and Sidney Brown up there with that turnover, made fumble and got the ball back, and then Saquon scored on that beautiful dime by Jalen, dropped it right in his hands. Offensively, I love what I saw. Everybody got involved. Again, Galacatera keeps stepping up while Goddard isn't there. Hopefully we get Goddard back this week. Be a different story. AJ went down. Didn't know what play he got hit, but luckily it's nothing serious. We dodged that bullet. But yeah, everything's clicking. Everything, all cylinders go. Defensive wise, we was flying around. Brian got an interception. And then the Kobe Dean at the very end saved us. Lord have mercy. That's when the defense decided they didn't know how to play. That last drive, I'm like, oh my God, we about to lose this game. But the Kobe Dean came up clutch, saved the game for us. And then they ain't going Nicky type hands. Just one again, you got one of the best accurate kickers in the league. Mm-hmm. Let him do his job. That's what we paid the money for. Let him do his job. Kick extra points, kick field goals. That's what he's there for. Mm-hmm. He's not a Graham Gano or some tiny kickers that want to miss extra points and field goals. He's usually automatic. Right. But y'all had this man eating peanuts and snacks. He probably grabbed a hot dog. He probably was chilling there, waiting for his name to be called, and it wasn't. And you're going to put him in 57-yarder, and he misses. Of course he's going to miss. But other than Nick being dumb, they need to do is turn his headset off. Just when 4th down comes, just turn it off. Don't even let him do nothing. Just turn it off. Like Teddy said, turn it off. Turn the lights off. Turn his mic off. He can't talk.
Put that mug in the booth with nothing. Just let him sit up there. Don't give him nothing. Just let him sit up there.
But other than that, It was a solid game. I enjoyed every minute of it until the defense was like, I'm like, what are y'all doing? Okay, it's getting too close to my comfort level. I'm like, maybe if Nick would have took these points, I wouldn't be so bad. But besides Nick, I loved it should have been at least 30, 40 point game, in my opinion. We should have had some backups in.
Well, I'm gonna give y'all some stats. I'm gonna give y'all some statisticals from the game real quick. Cause hey, why not? Excuse me, y'all. Got a little one of those chest
You need me to get them, or you got it?
I'm good. So Jalen Hurts, 18-24, 230 yards, 2 touchdowns. Devontae Smith, 4 receptions, 87 yards, a big touchdown. Quan, 27, 159, and 1 touchdown. As far as rushing, of course, he also had a good passing touchdown that he caught. He had 3 for 40 and a touchdown. AJ Brown, 2 for 36. Dotson had the one big one for 36. Calcaterra had 5 for 30. Gainwell had 1. Anaya Smith and Van Summer both had receptions, but they got no yards from them. Running the ball, of course, we had Saquon with 27 for the 159. Hurts had 13 for 67. Gainwell had 5 carries for 9 yards, and Anaya Smith had 1 for 2. So what stood out to me with the offense? There was only 1 carry and 1 catch for Anaya Smith. But I feel like he was brought in to kind of have his role and for it to expand throughout the season. You catch some, you run some, maybe end a round or 2 with him, maybe something with Smitty later on in the season. I feel like there's pieces here to do some things, right? It's just a matter of how those pieces are used within the offense. That's the question that I have for the coaching staff. That's the question that I have for your positional coaches. Are we going to use these guys right? Or are we going to let Sirianni come in here and mess things up? Defense, Zach Bond got an interception, 7 tackles, 3 assisted. CJ with 4 tackles. He did let himself get burnt once, though. We got to do better on that.
Oh, did.
Yeah, Josh Sweat with 3, 2 assisted tackles. DeJean had 3. Blankenship had 2, 3 assisted, and then Isaiah Rodgers had 2 and 2 assisted. As far as picks go, we also got one, of course, from Nakobe Dean. So both of our starting linebackers got picks in this game. Very important. We got to put our kicker in a better situation. Because honestly, if I'm him, I'm sitting over there, I'm like,
what the F are you doing?
I'm not even going to get the kick, so I ain't going to warm up. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how they've been doing. But I'd also say what I do like about what we did offensively was, like we've already talked about, we got the ball out. We got the ball kind of everybody. We spread it around. We scored in every quarter. So we did what we needed to do. We got some comments we'll get to here in a minute. Any final thoughts on this game, y'all?
Just leave. Just don't even let Nick come out on the field.
No, not at all.
Don't even let him come out on the field. And we gonna be all right.
Telling him, I'm gonna just go down there, put some Visine in his coffee. I'm not gonna kill him. He just gonna be, a little sick. So they had no choice but to kill him more, to just call everything.
I'm gonna need for Dom to do his job and keep him in the back. Okay, Dom, because you bigger than him. He can't overpower you. So keep that man in the back. You don't even see that man on the field at all. You hear me? At all.
What Diva said. Let my man stay in the back. Don't need. I feel like this. When we get to a 4th down, Dom should just pick him up and carry him in the corner. Pick him up and carry him in the corner.
Third, 4th and 1. Nope, here comes Don. All you're gonna see is what happened to Nick? Oh, Don.
I see his headset on Dom's shoulder. That's what we need. Got a couple of comments here, y'all, so we're gonna get to those real quick. Philly's in the building. Philly says, "What's up, guys? What up, Philly?
What up, Philly?
I got E Money in the building. What up, E Money? He says, "Go Birds." And then he a little ahead, but he says, "Eagles 52, Cowgirls 17."
Yeah, right.
I would never argue with a man who's saying we're gonna beat the Cowboys. Never argue with a man that says that. Never. All right, Little G Griffith says, "I'm a big fan of Eagles. 2024 season better. Eagles beat Cowboys. Eagles 28, Cowboys 13. Eagles kick Cowboys butt." Little G, I love it.
Yep.
As I said, never mad at anybody saying we're gonna beat the Cowboys. Little G goes on to say that he is going to be an uncle. He's gonna have a niece.
Congratulations, Little G.
Congratulations.
See, one thing about that, you get to give them back. So you get to give them all the sugar you want.
Yep. Spoil them all you want, give them back.
Facts. Little G also says, "I got a new Kelly Green hat."
Yes, sir.
You gotta rock that. Gotta have it. Yo, so we got a lot of different outfits, right? We got the black, we got the midnight green, we got the white. But it's something about that Kelly Green, yo.
That Kelly Green, that throwback, man.
Yeah, when you throw it on, it's just like they got superpowers. Like they haven't lost in the Kelly Green since they brought it back.
Nope.
And I think it's gonna last for a while. Because I feel like the Kelly Green jersey got that Randall Cunningham spirit in it. It's got a little bit of that Seth Joyner in there.
Reggie White.
Pretty Mitchell in there. You know what I'm saying?
I guess they changed their mind because I thought they said they weren't really wearing Kelly Green this season. But
that was not from the Eagles. Because I knew they were going to wear it because it's too popular.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's too popular.
I got to get me a Saquon when I already got hurt.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have a Kelly Green. I got a black Kelsey. I got a midnight green Hurts. But I'm thinking maybe Kelly Green Swole Batman, or maybe Kelly Green Smitty, or maybe Kelly Green Saquon.
I need
somebody Kelly Green is coming.
I need somebody on a defense.
I was about to say, I need to get a Kelly Green Mitchell because he's gonna be there for a minute.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a Cooper too.
Coop, yep.
Get a
chocolate blanket chip.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I definitely need a blanket chip now. I need a sexual white
telling
chocolate.
People about blanket chip, but everybody was hating on him. They didn't want to get him a chance. He got them ball.
Look, one thing you know, whenever you get a white cornerback, you know that man gonna be good. Because it's only 2.2. It's only 1/10 of them in the league.
You spitting facts of the actual variety.
Eagle, because he got that eagle mentality. It was meant to be an eagle.
I love how Marshawn McCoy was big up in Saquon on the sideline before the game and at halftime. I like that.
Low key, LaShawn like he wanted to put his pads on, come back on out there.
LaShawn would got there for 2 plays and be like, "Y'all can have this." 2 plays, my boy be like, "Y'all good."
I would love him to get a shady bounce touchdown. Shady,
right?
Yeah. The only thing about what I love about Saquon is, man, that joke is just GOAT. Like, we could talk about like running backs. We had like McCoy. You know, he was bouncy. We go back Westbrook, more of a versatile back. He wasn't like 1,000-yard running back every year, but he'd give like 1,500, 1,600 multi-purpose yards. You know, you can go back to Charlie Joyner, right? So you can go back to backs. You can really look in the history of the Philadelphia Eagles and look at running backs, right? Keith Mitchell, like so many people. Saquon is a beast. He's an animal. Like, I feel like DeAndre Swift last year was one of the best backs we had. And I mean, we said this even when they made this signing. We were never like, "Oh, Saquon's not as good as DeAndre Swift." We were just like, "Is he going to be able to stay healthy?"
Mm-hmm.
And he has so far. And Swift, he's been looking pretty good with the Bears in certain games. So I think it worked out well for both guys. But man, that Saquon boy.
boy good.
Dude, that boy good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that boy real good. That boy real good.
Man, that boy just that man do
He
some
just
different
seemed more
things.
dominant over here, which I mean, I always thought Saquon would have been an Eagle because he went to Penn State. So I thought that, we probably would have picked him up, but I don't know what Howie was doing. I don't know what he was doing.
I forget who we got in that draft.
Oh, we got what you call it? Sanders, wasn't it?
Nah, Sanders was the year after.
I know we didn't have a first. Did we have a first? Hold on, what year was that? I'm about to look.
I think the Giants had the pick before us, so I think that's how they made it happen. But Key about to do some on the spot research. So we're gonna get an answer here in a few minutes. But while we wait for the answer, we're gonna take another quick break, and we come back. Key gonna have an answer for us.
Whether it's the men's college game,
the way that this season has been going, yeah, anything is possible.
The women's college game,
and how passionate Angel Reese was at that press conference, they got their mojo now.
The WNBA,
AJ Wilson, Brianna Stewart 1 and 2, followed by Brittany Griner, Aaliyah Boston, Jackie Young,
or the NBA.
The Lakers had a 0.8 chance of winning, and then what happened in the fourth quarter? LeBron James by himself outdid the Clippers.
You will get any and all of the information right at your fingertips or your earlobes. Join the Playmaker as he breaks down all things basketball in Shooting Lights Out on the Playmakers blog, network, YouTube channel, and where you can find podcasts. Oh, yes. The tradition, the pageantry, the spectacle, the history, the slut. Wait. I gotta rep my brother's stuff right. All my DMV soldiers, stand up! And welcome to the Commander's Gridiron Report. You want your commanders to be repped right? Well, D. Willie is your man. Commander's Gridiron Report. Every Tuesday at 11:05 a.m. Eastern, 10:05 a.m. Central. On the Sotoba Media YouTube channel. Music by J. Cool.
Where my soldiers, right side, Commanders. Where my soldiers, left side.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network proudly presents The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday morning beginning April 29th. At 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
All right, y'all, we back in the building. Guess where we at? So, this is our mid-season thoughts. I'm going to go first on this one because I know Diva like, you don't never go first. I can see it in her mind. I'm never go first. So I'm gonna go first on this one. I can see it's like a little bubble over her head. He'll never go first, and that's how it sounds too. But I'm excited about what I've seen in the first half of the season because we've had a lot of wins where we won in spite of poor decision making, poor coaching. Earlier in the season, a lot of bad turnovers. So we've come a long way on cleaning up a lot of things. Defense is looking a lot better. We still have too many times where guys are playing like in dime package that we don't really need out there in dime package. Maddox is consistently getting 8. And when a man is consistently getting 8, why are we still putting him on the field? I'm sorry. Like, let him take some reps in practice. Somebody get hurt, you need somebody to come in for a play or two. I get it, but specifically putting that man in packages. I'd rather see Sidney Brown go out there and do that than him. Come on now. But overall, I feel like the defense has improved a lot. We've had some times where, sometimes we kind of fell back into the bad tackling. But part of that is on the field too much. right? Because we're getting down the field, but then we're making bad decisions. Part of it is you lose the momentum when the offense go out there and go for it on fourth and don't get it. You don't get any points. You go out there and make great plays on defense, make great stands, and this foolishness gets called. So part of it, a little bit of it is frustration, but that can be worked on. That's something that can be turned around. We're right there in the divisional race. We're half a game back because we've already had a bye, and the Commanders have not. So when the Commanders slide on that bye week, all we got to do is keep winning, and we can take over number one. We're in a good position. We played a divisional game against the Cowboys this week, and then guess what happens the Thursday before after that? We will get to that next week, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, we play the Commanders. So we got opportunities to go and get us and be 3-0 in the division. It's up to us to go get it. Offensively, we're running the ball. I'd like to get Shipley involved more. I understand that before he gets in, Gainwell's going to get in. So let's give Saquon his. Let's give Gainwell his. Let's give Shipley his. That's how we got to do it. We need to keep A.J. Brown healthy. But him missing the entirety of the second half, I don't feel like hurt us as much now as it did week one. You know what I'm saying? Like him getting hurt in week one, not playing for weeks, that really hurt the offense because I don't think Hurts developed that connection and understanding that he now has. It feels like with more of the other players. We're spreading the ball around a little bit more. Still looking at the same guys a little bit too much, but we're spreading the ball around more. Saquon is being able to get involved in the passing game, which is good because it's another option. It's kind of like having a Travis Hunter, a running back and a wide receiver, instead of a running back, a wide receiver, and cornerback. But it's like having two players on the field that can do two different distinct skill sets, but both help the team. I just like the usage. I love the Saquon usage. We're giving him about 20 carries a game, give or take. And I love that because let's try to keep him as healthy as we can. Let's have him for down the stretch in the playoffs. That's when we want to have this man. So if we can keep this man healthy, he keeps playing like he's playing. We supplement that with the pass on games where they're trying to take away the run. Jalen Hurts continues to be the dual threat quarterback that he is. I think we're in a good place to be a top seed in the NFC, possibly the number one overall seed in the NFC again. Because a lot of teams have lost a lot of games that are good. 49ers have lost some games. You got the Lions looking pretty good. You got the Vikings kind of falling back to earth, beginning to win, whatever. I don't really think you have to worry about anybody from the South if we keep in the book. Because I think the Falcons probably the best team there, but when you look at that team, you think to yourself, it all depends on what Kirk Cousins you get that week. But we know you're going to get the best Kirk Cousins the whole season. But I feel like the Eagles are in a really great place. I feel like if you could tell me we were going to have 2 losses and still be a half game out of first place halfway through the season, I can take that, right? I feel like we could be undefeated, but also we could have lost more games. So I'm good where we're at. I hope we move in the right direction continually, and I also hope that we stop allowing Nick Sirianni to put a headset on and call plays. That's just me. Let's say more about take all the shine away from my co-host for the night. So, Key, I'm gonna let you go, and I'm gonna let Diva finish it out. I know that's what this guy said.
I feel like we should at least be what? Are we 7-2 right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At least not including that debacle of the Tampa Bay game, but we should at least have 1 loss by now because dang on defense sold us at the end of that Atlanta game. So I liked how we picked it up. The first couple of weeks we was looking kind of slow there. I'm like, oh man, but things picked up. AJ came back. We had to deal with what we had to deal with the adversity when we didn't have AJ or a Smitty in there. Still found a way to win games. Defense is coming along because in the beginning I'm just like, oh no, we are in trouble. This is what the defense gonna look like. But somebody put some smoke up Vic's butt, and he got it together. I guess he had to see what he had. No play slay, as people would call him. the defense is better when he ain't there. The young guys is playing. Dejon, Blankenship, you put Keely Ringo back there, Mitchell. The young guys is stepping up on his defense side. Nolan Smith, Milton Williams is stepping in. Baby Rhino. We all know Jalen Carter's going to get his numbers. Josh Sweat is starting to come around. BG is going to be BG. N'Kobe Dean's starting to come around because I thought it was going to be curtains for him too. I was like, oh no, N'Kobe about to be a bust. But had to give some time for the guys to gel on defense, and it looks like they're gelling on defense. But nobody's talking about Mitchell. I think Mitchell you got to put Mitchell in there for defensive player of the year, for rookie of the year, rookie defensive player of the year, because nobody's talking about his numbers. He's been lights out for a rookie. So how he smashed this draft class. I mean, he was cooking in the kitchen. He was cooking up a 5-course meal with some cookies. But yeah, I like what I see so far mid-season. Hopefully we can keep riding this wave as long as Silianni don't interfere. Yeah, I'm sure I'm going to have more liquor stocked up by the time the season's over with, and I hope and pray, he does right when the playoff time comes, because you can't do the silly stuff with a Detroit team. He can't do the silly stuff with a Green Bay team or whoever's when the playoff time comes. You can't do the silly stuff. So, yeah. But I like what I'm seeing so far mid-season.
Let's just hope that by that time that Kellen Moore has really gained enough confidence to tell him to go shut the F up, and this is his team, and let him call the plays. So let's hope that happens, or either we hope that Jeff Lurie will intervene, because if that would have been me, I'd be like, let me talk to you, player, real fast. Let me talk to you, player. As soon as the game was over with, I would have been on that sideline like, Nick, come here, Nick.
I would have called him mid sideline. Remember the blind side? Bert, run the dang ball. Did he just hang up on me? That would have been me.
Yeah, that definitely would have been me. But yeah, I am liking what I'm seeing mid-season. I feel like now that we have Kellen Moore, they're giving Kellen Moore a lot more control as far as the offense goes, and you can tell like it's a balanced game. You have your running plays, you have your throwing plays. I would like to see, like when me and Cool was talking about it, I would like to see a little bit more play action. Like after you run the ball a little bit, let's do some play action plays. You know what I'm saying? Switch it up a little bit, but I am liking to see Jalen under center a lot. I feel like that helps him comfortable. I like the fact that Jalen is now starting to speed up his progression of him holding the ball. He is now some plays that he was holding on a little too long. He went back to that Nick Foles era, but a lot of it he was 1, 2, 3 throw, 1, 2, 3 run if he didn't see nobody open. So, I feel like Jalen is a lot more comfortable under Kellen Moore, and Kellen Moore calling plays. I feel like when Nick started calling plays, he just gets discombobulated and just don't know what's going on. But I am liking what I'm seeing with the offense. I hope that we can continue to build without Nick calling plays, continue to build on what we're doing. And ain't no reason why we shouldn't, be in the playoffs or even go to the Super Bowl. Because I mean, we got the squad. I am liking that Jalen now is starting to feel comfortable with other players. He is, spreading the ball more. Like that was a big thing for him to throw it to Jahan Dotson, because we was just like, where my boy at? Like, give the boy a chance. Like he a good receiver. Like just give him a chance. And I want to see more of him, because now it seems like AJ is starting to get a little banged up a lot, and we can't have that. We need to save him as well. Smitty as well. So start throwing to some of these other guys, putting them in, taking AJ, and sometimes maybe AJ and Devontae need to come out a little bit, because I mean you throw to them constantly, and so they're constantly taking hits. Don't get me wrong, AJ is Megatron and can take some hits, but after a while, your body will start feeling that effect. So, use Jahan Dotson, man. Like boy can show you he can catch the ball and make a play. So yeah, let's start spreading the ball to him. I like that he's throwing the ball to Calcaterra. We're starting to use our tight ends a lot more, which is wonderful. And I definitely would like to see Shipley. Like, if you want to get those Saquon yards, Shipley showed you in that one play he has the ability. If you didn't, as I keep saying, if you didn't watch that boy in college, he has the Saquon abilities. Okay, he might not be as fast and as good as Saquon, but he does have those abilities to take off, hit the hole, and get you a touchdown or get you a nice couple of yards. So please start using him. I don't want to see Gainwell. I want to see Gainwell minimal. I don't want to see Gainwell as much as we are, because a few plays that we called for him Sunday, I'm like, why? Like, game wasn't even game much of nothing. So why would you throw that
gameless?
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, start using Will Shipley more. The defense, I feel like you had a lot of new players and you had a new offensive coach. And then the defensive coach. And then you actually had the defensive coach that you've always used other coaches to mock his game plan. And now that you have the true guru of the bend but don't break defense, I feel like it took time for all of that to gel together. Like for all the new players to kind of, understand what what Vic wanted, and for them to trust one another. And I think that now they're starting to gel together and really get out there. They still need to work on that tackling. Because sometimes they do just be missing tackles. They be grabbing. Like, you don't grab, man. You gotta wrap or you gotta hit. It's one of the two, either wrap or hit. But other than that, like they are starting to get some pressure on the quarterbacks, because at first it was no pressure. I'm glad to see Nolan Smith really coming around. Ajomo be out there all over the darn field. And yeah, like we really are becoming what we knew we could be. It's just that everybody keeps saying, if we could keep Nick away from the playbook and the mic, we would be all right. We would be probably where we were in 2022, close to it. So yeah.
I just want to add that I'm really excited for the prospect of play action, because we haven't used it much. So if you pull it out, it's gonna be a shock. Pause, because we ain't been using it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't been using it at all. But simplification of the offense can sometimes be good, but it can be bad because other teams are gonna pick up on that. So my last thought on the midseason is, we got to win every game that we can. I feel like the two games that concern me is the two games against Washington. I think we may lose one of those, maybe not, because we have owned Washington, but they are looking better. And then we got to play Lamar and the Ravens.
I ain't gonna lie,
but everybody else need to get that work. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
2 more losses, I think we still good. That puts us at 4 for the year. I think that still puts us in the running for the number one overall
13 and 4. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think 13 and 4 could do it. You know what I'm saying? But we still gotta go execute every week. We do need Nick to back off a little bit on the offense, on the play calling, on let's go 4-on-4. Let Kellen Moore stay in his bag and run that game. I think when he saw the big lead, he was like, yeah, now I can show people I'm Nick Sirianni. I'm that guy. I'm smart. Yeah. That's not what you showed us.
Bro, we all know you dumb. We knew you was dumb last year. Yeah. You ain't gonna make us know that you're smart.
Everybody knows that but Nick.
Everybody's like, oh, well, Nick's 4-0 because of the hair. It ain't got poop to do with his hair.
No. It's because I been wearing my Kelsey jersey, actually. That's what it really is. Just I'm only kidding, y'all. I don't believe that that's what it is, but I will be wearing my Kelsey jersey again this week. I do know that. And if that that falls through at some point, then I'll switch to my Jalen Hurts. If that falls through, I'll probably switch to my Ari Allen or something.
Look, I still got Donovan.
I got him in Nab too, but I'm probably gonna switch to that one because I don't want Hurts to run the ball in the dirt like that.
High and hard McNabb. That's what I used to call him.
I do got a Vic too. I might throw on my Vic one week when Jenny need to run and throw. I might throw on my Vic. He's number 7 today, bruh.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But we'll see how that goes. But yeah, any last thoughts, y'all, before we move on from midseason? Any last thoughts on anything in regards to the midseason?
I need to see more Hunt. I don't know if he's been hurt. He's another young guy we got from this year's draft. Jalix. I don't know if he's been hurt, but he might be. They say he's showing some promises in practice. Put him out there. Let's see what I think he already got a sack this year. So I mean, let's see what he can do.
I feel it, y'all. So last commercial break. Got a few more commercials we're gonna swing through. Then after that, we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about the main event. Shout out 502 Angel Radio up in Indiana playing our content. But yeah, let's do this thing.
Rams fans all around the world.
It's a beautiful thing to be a Rams fan right now. Stafford's back. We will see about Cup. And running back Kyren Williams to return.
Lend me your ears, or should I say lend Playmaker your ears, as he breaks down week by week everything in the Los Angeles Rams canon.
Number 99, Aaron Donald. Can't wait for 2029 to come to know that you are going in the Hall of Fame, and it should be first ballot, no questions asked.
Join the Playmaker as he breaks down everything Los Angeles Rams style in Ramily Talk on the Playmakers Blog Network YouTube channel and where you can find podcasts. Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete! 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 Delete!
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels. Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy and now begins a future one of matrimony, or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another Beating a Dead Horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network proudly presents The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday morning beginning April 29th at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
All right, y'all, we back in the building. I know what time it is.
Yes, sir.
So there's a lot of games that you have during the season, right? There's games you look forward to. It's games you kind of like, yeah, whatever. But it's games that you can be 0-7. You could be 7-0. That you're going to take your pen, whether it's green, gray, black, whatever, and you can just put like 10 circles around it. Anytime we play in the Arlington football team, them circles is going around that game. You know what I'm saying? So, this is week 9. This is the first matchup between us.
We're in week 10.
Excuse me, game 9, week 10 for us. So, I'm going to leave this one open. Thoughts, offensively, what can the Philadelphia Eagles do to go into Arlington and smack them around?
Pressure Cooper Rush. I feel like Kellen Moore already knows his style, his play, his game style, his how he is, because he was an OC there. I know Parsons is coming back, but Dallas run defense sucks. So I'm going to see Saquon's going to break another 100 yards. He's going to have over 1,000 yards this season already. If Derrick Henry was the first to get it, Saquon's going to be next. Just feel like if we pressure Cooper Rush, we don't know who's going to be the running back. We don't know if Zeke's going to be there. Dalvin Cook, Rico Dow. It don't matter. We're going to stop them anyway. All we got to do is worry about CeeDee Lamb contain CeeDee Lamb. Jake Ferguson usually can burn us too. At times if CeeDee Lamb's not open. I know they just got Jonathan Wingo. Jonathan Wingo could work out for them only because Carolina is Carolina, who wants to play for Carolina. So he might show out a little bit. But I feel like if we could contain CeeDee Lamb, put some pressure on the quarterback, let him know, we ain't playing no games. He's going to be looking at that big jumbotron they got in Jerry World. I feel like we got this game in the bag. In the words of my good homie Troxel Sports Talk, he calls them the cow patties. Cow patties is going down this week.
Oh, definitely. I think it's funny. I think this is year 2 where Dak didn't play the first game against the Eagles. So I think that says a lot. But it also says a lot that your dude said that they effing suck. And this came from Dak himself this week, that they effing suck. So that means that the Eagles should be up 22-0 in the first half, if not 25-0 in the first half. Okay, because we're playing Cooper Rush. And I know last year we played Cooper Rush. We did absolutely horrible. It was a very close game. And this year, I'm expecting it to be different. We do have Kellen Moore, who knows. I mean, I think he knows a lot about how Dallas runs, even though they have McCarthy and McCarthy wasn't there. But I think Kellen he's very smart, so I think he can. And I'm sure he watches film, and we'll be watching film all this week about how Dallas runs their O-line. And it's trash. Okay, so it's trash. So let Saquon loose. I think this needs to be the game where Will Shipley comes in there and let him loose. Let him loose. Let both of the running backs loose. Jalen, continue to keep throwing accurately. Continue to hold on to the ball and not throw interception. Okay. And just keep doing what y'all doing. Mix it up. Run the ball, throw the ball. But this time when it comes to 4th and 3 and we in field goal range, take them dang on points, man. Take them. No silliness, no cuteness, Nick. Take the daggone points, okay? I think that's what we need to do. Defense, man, y'all been balling out. Just make sure you're tackling. You've been getting pressure on the quarterbacks. I'm sure we're going to have a few more interceptions and I hope this will be Mitchell's first interception this game, because I can see that happening. I can see Cooper DeJean getting one. I can see us getting a whole bunch of interceptions. Pick 6 galore out here come Sunday. All right. And we play at 425. We finna have AT&T Stadium on fire. This is a game that we cannot mess up. I mean, because you got Cooper Rush in there. Like, what can you mess up? So I just need for us to go do what we've been doing. And I think we'll be all right. We're going to be just fine.
Well, Diva went and gave you her defense as well, but I'm going to stick to the question, just answer the offense. And then we'll come back around and answer defense. But I guess Diva said, I'm giving you everything.
Yeah, me and Key got everything. We gave both.
So, yeah. Offensively, we're going to run the ball. Then when we get tired of running the ball, we run the ball some more. When Saquon get tired, we put in whoever you want to put in. When they get tired, put in Shipley, because we already know how it goes. But run the ball.
You want to put in anybody but Gainwell.
That's why I said who you want to put in. I didn't want to say Gainwell. Make the throws that are there. We wrote the book on how to neutralize Micah Parsons. So let's just do it. Right? We wrote the book on that. He's just coming back. He's gonna be rusty anyway, but we know how to get the ball off of him playing. Hurts got to run. If you take a sack, trying to run, I'm good with that. What I do not want to see for my quarterback is I do not want to see you turn and run back and run back and run back and then flop down or get sacked. Get out of the pocket, throw the ball away, sir. You're allowed to do that in the NFL. As long as you get outside the pocket, it's not a penalty. Also, what I would love to see is you get to the point you're getting closer where you just say, I don't care about the number. If they're open, I'm going to them. If the route's the hot route, I'm going to them. I think we're getting closer to that. but it still needs to happen. Audibles, sir. Audibles. They give you a play, you know it ain't gonna work. Audible. I'm not saying you haven't done it, but I'm saying feel comfortable doing it whenever you need to. Don't be company guy. Oh, you know, I can only audible about 3 or 4 times.
Especially if it's Nick that called the play. Change it.
And don't be like, oh, you know, I'm looking at audible a couple times. Don't audible too much. You audible all that you need to, sir. They're not gonna put you out if you audible. We've got to be consistent on the blocking. I've seen some times where, and I'm not just talking about Fred Johnson. I've seen some times where the line, like one guy has just made a mistake and just blew everything, right? Because on the line, you might look at it and say, oh, Fred Johnson missed his block. But Fred Johnson missed his block because whoever was supposed to be blocking outside didn't block outside. So Fred's got to turn him to do the outside block when he should be doing the inside block. Or he's got to do the inside block when he should be doing the outside because the inside is a direct path to Jalen. So there's those things that always be cleaned up, but they're in Stout University, so I expect a couple, but not much. Penalties, be smart. Don't let the emotion get to you. Don't grab on Dallas. Don't throw them down. Don't get dumb penalties. Don't try to hit Cooper Rush after the play and send him messages. Let's go out there and play Eagle football. And we should be good on the offensive side of the ball. Guess I'm the only one left to do defense, so let me go ahead and do that too.
Yep.
So on defense, Cooper Rush is a guy who hasn't been playing. Attack him, show him different formations. Some of the things that you've done, like out of nickel, maybe you've rushed out of nickel. Don't rush. Just drop back in coverage and let your front three get there. Sometimes where you see plays where you didn't rush out of those formations against Cooper Rush. Make it uncomfortable for him. Make him have to be guessing and playing on his heels, him and the offensive coordinator the entirety of the game. And get some turnovers. Sacks and turnovers. We love them both. This should be a game that we go out, and I'm not going to say dominate on the scoreboard because, you know, Nick gonna blow it somehow. But you can think about last game. 8 of those points we shouldn't even got because Saquon was down by contact. So they took 10 points off the board for us, really, and we still won. Which is kind of good because sometimes you need to understand that, like, you can't quit, you can't start arguing, you can't get mad if things don't go the way they're supposed to go. Still go out there and ball out. That's what we did last game. We just got to continue to do that. We got to continue to evolve the defense. Those guys are getting more and more comfortable with each other. And the dudes that don't play well got to stay off the field. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what your name is. If the team look better without you, why you out there? I'm going to just leave that there. Just leave that there. All right, y'all. Ladies, any last words? Any last thoughts?
Be Dallas. Be elite. Go Birds.
You already know it's Dallas week. You know, we don't like the Cowboys. They don't like us. And you know what? And we don't care. We don't care. Just go out there and play 4 good quarters. All 4 quarters the right way. No turnovers. Has to have fun while we at it. Again, I keep iterating. Jalen is laughing and smiling. That means he's having fun out there. I love to see it. And run it down their throats. Hopefully Saquon can hurdle over somebody else. It'd be funny if he hurdled over Michael Parsons. That'd be great.
You know your damn role and shut.
Michael Parsons is already mad because he's talking about something now the rest of the league got to pay for the Giants' mistake. So you know it's coming.
Yeah, my fault. My key. Little slip of the wrist.
I was like, oh, I got a special. Oh, no, you're wrong. Okay.
No. Yeah, that was. Yeah. Little slip of the wrist.
But yeah.
Now, this message is for Nick Sirianni.
You know your damn role and shut your damn mouth.
Thanks.
That's for you, Nick. That's for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For sure.
I was trying to get to it, kid. It actually hopped on real quick, and I was like, hold on, no, that's a mistake. It's not. No, that's a mistake. That is a mistake. Oh, and also, Jalen Hurts, offensive defense, I want y'all to remember this.
But the cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
I was waiting for it. Y'all know that's my thing right there.
Don't forget it. Don't forget it. And y'all know, lastly, Arlington's football team, better known as the Dallas Cow Puppets, Cow Muffets, Cow Brokeback Boys, all
Cow
those things.
patties.
Cow patties, cowgirls, cowboys, whatever.
Y'all ain't them boys.
Because y'all not making no noise.
But for y'all, and I hope we spear y'all hind parts through the barrier in this game. For Eagles Diva, for Key, chilling out with us 2 weeks in a row. We are so not deserving, but we will take the honor that you've bestowed upon us.
Oh, she might be back next week. Let us beat Dallas. She'll be back next week.
No, I am. I told you my car's in the shop. I can't go nowhere.
Why. Oh, that's why she covered up. She can't go nowhere.
Hey, whatever the reason is, we have extended key time, and we definitely appreciate that. We always love to have a different voice. So, we out. See y'all next week. Hashtag be elite. Hashtag fly Eagles fly. Tell 4 people who you think are your friends who may or may not like you, and 4 people who don't like you. Just because they don't like you doesn't mean they won't like us. And you know what it is. It's never where you start. It's always where you finish. Go Birds.